I had never been the kind of mother to interfere in my son's life. After he got married to Hannah, I promised myself I'd give them space. They seemed happy, busy with work, raising the twins, and managing their new suburban home. But for the past few months, something had felt off. Every time I called, my son sounded distracted, almost nervous. When I offered to visit, he politely declined, saying they were renovating. Last weekend, he finally invited me over. He said Hannah wasn't feeling well and could use some help with the kids. I packed my bag, baked some cookies, and arrived just before sunset. The house looked different, colder somehow. The curtains were drawn even though the evening sun was warm and golden, and Hannah barely smiled when she opened the door. Her eyes looked tired, like she hadn't slept in days. Dinner was quiet. The twins played in the living room while my son kept glancing toward the basement door. It was odd. Every time there was a faint sound from downstairs, he'd tense up. When I asked what was being renovated, he mumbled something about storage repairs. But I could tell he was lying. That night, I couldn't sleep. Around 4 a.m., I heard a low humming sound like machinery or maybe a generator. It was coming from the basement. My curiosity got the best of me. I slipped out of bed, wrapped my shawl around my shoulders, and tiptoed down the hallway. The basement door was slightly open. A faint bluish light spilled through the gap. My heart started pounding as I slowly pushed it open. The sound grew louder, mixed with something else, a faint whisper or maybe someone breathing as I took my first step down the stairs. I saw movement. A shadow darted across the far wall. I froze. Then suddenly I caught sight of a small cage near the corner, covered with a cloth that was shaking. I wanted to believe it was just the cat. But we didn't have one dot. My hand trembled as I reached for the basement light switch, but before I could flick it on, I heard the unmistakable sound of a door upstairs opening. Someone was awake. What was under that cloth in the basement, and why did my son lie about it? The next few minutes would turn my quiet visit into something I'd never forget.